Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Let's do a 2021 forecast for these United States. And as they say, as the United States goes, so goes the world, and that's the truth. These United States are the most diverse land on the planet, and all of the Western nations have followed our lead, for better or for worse. Even countries like Ireland are forcing extreme diversity upon their peoples, and it's yet to be seen how that will work out. And they also say, as California goes, so goes the United States. Well, how's California doing? No one calls California the Golden State anymore. It's a shithole. So maybe this is going to happen to the rest of the United States. I don't know. So let's take a look. The election is still in dispute. That's a big, big deal for the United States. So let's take a look at Trump and Biden. First, who will end up ruling? We'll look at Trump and Biden, and then we're going to do several other. We're going to look at the economy. We're going to look at conflicts. Are there going to be more riots and more Chaz places opening up, internal turmoil? Socially, will the lockdowns continue, or will they increase? Will the U.S. border see a new surge in illegal border crossings? Because if Biden takes the presidency, that border is going to be rushed. If Trump retains the presidency, that border will remain locked down. And in the time of this pandemic, there should be no one, legal or illegal, coming across that border, obviously. So let's look at Trump-Biden first. Trump and Biden. Who will rule in 2021? Trump, because this is still in dispute. Biden. Wow, look at that. Trump or Biden? Trump is on this side. Look at this on top. We have the devil and the executioner. The devil's a liar and a cheater, and the executioner has a master plan, and this adds 24-6 spades, lying, deceiving. A lot of lying and a lot of cheating went on in this election. A lot of lying and a lot of cheating. Do you believe that Joseph Biden, who hid in his basement and refused to campaign, actually got the most votes in history? I don't. I don't believe that. And all of the key swing states, Biden didn't win them. And no president ever has won the presidency without winning the key swing states. And yet Biden didn't win any of the key swing states. But somehow, with more than 100% turnout in many, many locations in these key areas, somehow all these, after 3 a.m. in the morning, a whole bunch of ballots came in for just checking Joe Biden. It's really weird. It's really weird. So a lot of lying and cheating in this election. A lot of lying and cheating. So let's look at Trump. Trump has the Magi. That's the most powerful card, hand in hand. And interestingly, when I read on this before, when I read the Trump versus Biden election, I did see Biden winning. Okay, but I saw a lot of conflict there. And Biden, by the media, has been declared the winner. But it's still in dispute. It's still in dispute. So Trump has the Magi, the most powerful card, and the will of the people in the world. 1427 cross. Cross is the most solid, most permanent card. Cross is like a spine. It's like a human. So Trump's side is looking very good here. What do we have over here with Biden? We have no right in the middle for Biden. Stopped. We have heart, good for the people, not good for the people. That's interesting. 15, 16, 4 spades. 4 spades and 9 spades. We have 2 indications that Biden may not ascend the presidency. I don't know, a lot of interesting things going on. They're talking about, Texas is talking about seceding. I really am happy that they are talking about seceding because this last election does not reflect the will of the people. And there's clearly a lot of lying and cheating here. So actually, in this spread, Trump is looking like he retains the presidency. We'll just have to see. Let's look at some of the other issues. The economy. It's the economy, stupid. Is the economy going to go up or down in 2021? Because under these lockdowns, the stock market is booming. All the big box business, all the big box stores, Walmart, Target, Amazon, all the huge mega businesses, they're doing great. And all the little businesses, they're shutting down and everybody's going bankrupt. So, which is terrible for the economy because the majority of the economy is small businesses. I run a small business. I sell books and cards. Okay, and I used to sell charms. I fell out with my charm provider. I don't know. I think they have, they were drinking alcohol or something. They just were doing, all they got to do is send me charms when I ask for them. And they were doing such a terrible job at it, I just stopped providing the charms. Anyway, so is the economy going up or down in 2021? Is it positive or negative? Let's just take a look. The economy. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy, I can't even operate the Zoom these days. All right. Is the economy going up or down? Well, we've got a 10 spades in the center. This lockdown has been an absolute disaster for the foundation. This imposed lockdown has been a disaster. 7 diamonds imposes its will. 13, 23, 6 clubs. So the lockdowns have been an absolute disaster for all businesses and the economy. Sun is like an explosion and success, step by step. And Queen of Diamonds is a great business card. 17, 18, 5 diamonds. So as soon as this, I think as soon as the lockdowns, as soon as they cut this nonsense out, I mean, you are in danger of catching a sniffle. And I ripped my hamstring recently. They keep talking about how the hospitals are full. I went to the emergency room. There was one guy there. There was one guy in the emergency room. One guy plus me and the workers. And that's it. And when I went in and they examined me and then I came out, the one guy wasn't even there. It was just me. Okay, that's how empty the emergency room was where I was. There was nobody there. Nobody, literally nobody there. So I am not even believing that the hospitals are at X amount of capacity or whatever, because with my own eyes, I saw that the emergency room was completely empty where I live. Okay, so as soon as they lift these lockdowns, everything is just going to come roaring back. So they just need to cut it out. Okay, they just need to cut this nonsense out. Right now it's terrible, but underlying, the business is just waiting to come back. It's all just waiting. Okay, we've seen, well, let's look another way at the lockdowns. Socially. Okay, are we going to get locked down again, or are they going to just open stuff up? Because it's time to open stuff up. You can disagree with me. I'm for opening up the country again. I'm for opening up the states, and I'm in a state where it's open. Everything is pretty open. I don't see any sick people. I don't know any sick people. I'm not interacting with any sick people. I only hear about this on the news. And I go to Walmart all the time, and I caught the Wu flu at Walmart, and I got sick from it back in like February or even the end of January. I'm not sure when it happened. So socially, are they opening or closing down again? Because under Biden, they'll probably close down. He's, vowing to close everything down. And under Trump, Trump wants to open everything up. For instance, the schools. Why are kids kept at home when kids have a very, very low risk of death from the Wu flu. So opening or closing? Socially, opening or closing? Opening or closing? Okay, new life, transformation. The ruler, 13, 17, 5 hearts, reacting to the people, everything. This is opening. The butterfly comes out of the cocoon and flies away. Boy, that's freedom right there. Okay, open and free. Good situation. Woman can be a literal woman or a good situation. Solid foundation over the long term and a good situation. 22, 26, they're going 7 diamonds. They're going to ordain. They're going to open everything up. So even Biden and Kamala are going to be under a lot of pressure to open the economy back up. And the economy wants to come roaring back. So right now, as terrible as it is, the economy is going to come roaring back. Are we going to see a lot more conflicts and turmoil? Because right now on the table, there are threats of secession. There are even threats of civil war. And secession and civil war kind of go together. That's how the Civil War happened. The last Civil War in America. The South said, no, we just can't agree on really important things. And so they seceded from the Union, and that is happening again. The divisions in the country are so great that civil war is on the table. So how bad will the conflicts be? Because we have Antifa and those folks. How bad are the conflicts going to be? Look at that. Oh dear. How bad are we going to see the conflicts? Well, right on the surface, 11, 12, 3 spades, conflict, sickness, and division. The straight razor cuts, and conflict and sickness. Right on the surface, there's a lot of acrimony, a lot of division, a lot of sickness in our society and conflict. It's right on the surface. But underneath, we have home. Home is closely associated groups of people and families and tribes. Sweetness and strength. 11 and 7, 18. Underneath, there is a lot of strength in America. I was watching a video last night and they were talking about Texas and how there are more Texans who make songs about how much they love Texas than any other state in the country. And that's great because Texans are like, that's their tribe. They're Texans and they're very proud of it. And that's great. And that's how America used to be not long ago. And America, we have a lot to be proud of. If you hate America, please leave my country. I'm a first-generation American, and I'm proud to be an American, and I'm glad I'm an American. Okay, but I'm also Polish, and I would feel the same way about Poland. If you attack Poland, I might just take up arms and go fight. Okay, why? Because that's my country. So on the surface, there's a lot of conflict. It's right on the surface. It's the Antifa, it's the Chaz, but underneath, there's tremendous strength here. There's tremendous strength and unity in the country just underneath the surface. So the majority of the people are very unified and they're Americans. And that's how they see themselves. And that's how we should all see ourselves. Okay, so finally I want to ask, will the U.S. border see a surge in illegal border crossings? Okay, is the border going to be flung open during the days of the Wu flu when every country on the planet is closed? Like I watch these van life people and I watch these sailing videos, and all of them have returned either to Canada or the United States. A lot of the van lifers are from Canada, and there's one from Australia, and they can't leave. They can't even travel around their own country at this point. It's crazy. The Canadians can't even travel in Canada. They can't travel. They can't cross the border into the United States. Some of the van lifers were in Africa. They were traveling through Africa with their vans. They had to come back and abandon their vans. So all of the borders everywhere are closed. And that's legal and illegal immigration. All the borders are closed. So will the USA border see a surge in illegal border crossings in the new year, even during this time of the pandemic? Because that would just be, that is a natural disaster. And I don't care what your politics are. The whole world is shut down. That's a man-made natural disaster if they allow that to happen. All right, what do we have? We have Trinity, we have 3 blackbirds and a big change, 6, 2 diamonds. We have everyone working together for these actions and a big change. So this can say it's a big change from what we have now. Okay, but a big change has been implemented currently. All the borders have been shut down, and the borders of the United States have been shut down and are currently shut down. So this can be read that way. Let's see. 7 Hearts. 7 Hearts is a great traveling card, and it's a bunch of people. The key is, yes, a whole bunch crossing. So as positively as this spread reads, this says a whole star system of people. Okay, so I see underneath, I see just there are so many people waiting to cross the border. They're just chomping at the bit. 10 countries in South America are just waiting to send floods of new immigrants who don't want to come legally across. They want to come illegally and just disappear into the land. So the government is going to cooperate. Everybody's going to be cooperating, and a big change is going to occur. So I see the border being opened. So that suggests that Biden may be taking power. That suggests that Biden. So let's summarize. What do I see here? Okay, Trump is looking a lot stronger. A systematic lying and cheating and stealing went on in this election, and this does not look like Biden takes the presidency. This looks like Trump is very, very strong. He has the strongest card, the Magi. Even though the media, who does not declare the winner, media has declared Biden the winner. But we're just going to have to see how that shakes out. It looks like the will of the people is actually Donald Trump. Will the economy go up or down? It's just waiting to bust out. It's terrible right now, but it's waiting to bust out. And the moment these restrictions, the handcuffs are taken off, the economy is going to go absolutely, it's going to be great. Okay, will the lockdowns continue or abate? A lot of freedom, very solid. Democrat and Republican, they have to take these restrictions off. They have to cut this nonsense out. Are we going to see a lot of riots and unrest? It's just right on the surface. It's like a festering sore. It's right on the surface. But underneath, there's a lot of strength and a lot of unity. That's interesting. I really love how the cards are describing America, because I see all this conflict. They've established a new Chaz area in Washington State, defund the police, on and on. And all you see is the conflict. It's just on the surface, like a festering sore. Underneath, we are very solidly a united country, okay, underneath. And that's what the cards are saying. Okay, are we going to see a new surge in illegal border crossings? Yes, we are. That border is going to be flung open again. Even with all the pandemic and whatnot, and none of those people are going to be checked for diseases. None of those people are going to be vetted through any kind of a system for criminality, diseases, or anything else. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous and faithful folks who've bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and